What makes Filipino cuisine so special? It's bold, it's unexpected, and it's absolutely mouthwatering. Let's dig in. Filipino cuisine is a powerhouse of flavors shaped by centuries of cultural fusion. With over 7,000 islands, the Philippines boasts an incredible diversity of dishes, each region with its own twist. And here's a wild fact: the country produces nearly 12 million metric tons of rice annually, making it one of the top rice producers in the world. Get ready to explore the bold, rich, and mouthwatering world of Filipino food. Welcome to ProudNationHub. My name is Andrew, and here we explore the stories of every country. Please feel free to subscribe to learn more about our fascinating world. Let's look at 10 incredible and unique Filipino dishes. Adobo isn't just food, it's practically a way of life in the Philippines, with its rich, savory, sour balance of soy sauce, vinegar, garlic, bay leaves, and peppercorns. This dish has been feeding generations for centuries. And yes, centuries. Historically, adobo predates the arrival of the Spanish in the 16th century. The indigenous Filipinos were already preserving meat in vinegar long before the Europeans arrived and slapped a Spanish-sounding name on it. Now here's a fun statistic. According to a survey by the Philippine Statistics Authority, about 90% of Filipino households cook adobo regularly. That's right, 9 out of 10 Filipinos are probably simmering some variation of adobo as we speak. And that's just the thing, no two adobos are alike. Some regions prefer chicken, others swear by pork, while adventurers' souls take it up a notch with squid, tofu, or even pineapple. Yes, pineapple adobo exists, and it's surprisingly good. Oh, and if you're wondering about the best way to eat adobo, the correct answer is leftover. Something magical happens when those flavors soak into the meat overnight. The next day, it's richer, deeper, and practically perfect. So if someone ever tells you they accidentally made too much adobo, don't believe them. That was the plan all along. Whether it's eaten over steaming rice, turned into adobo-style French fries, yes, that's a thing now, or even incorporated into burgers, one thing's for sure: Filipinos will keep adobo simmering for generations to come. Because, let's face it, why fix something that's already deliciously broken? If adobo is the heart of Filipino cuisine, sinigang is the soul. It's the dish that comforts you on a rainy day, wakes up your taste buds with its tangy punch, and somehow makes sour feel like the warmest, most welcoming flavor in the world. Sinigang traces its roots to pre-colonial times when indigenous Filipinos were already using native fruits like tamarind, calamansi, and even green mangoes to sour their stews. And while the Spanish influence softened many traditional flavors, sinigang proudly remained unapologetically acidic, because why mess with perfection? Now here's a statistic that proves Filipinos love their sinigang with a passion. In a 2021 survey by Taste Atlas, sinigang was ranked one of the best vegetable soups in the world, and honestly, was there ever any doubt? It's the kind of dish that welcomes anything, whether it's pork, shrimp, beef, or even corned beef. Yes, sinigang can get creative. But the secret to a truly unforgettable sinigang is the sourness. No two pots taste exactly the same, and that's the beauty of it. Some households swear by tamarind, others lean on green mangoes or santo. And if you grew up in a family that loved their sinigang extra sour, congratulations, you probably have trust issues, but also a refined palate. And let's talk leftovers. If there's anything better than fresh sinigang, it's day old sinigang, poured over rice and magically turned into sinigang fried rice. It's like the dish reincarnated itself to give you another wave of happiness. Sinigang isn't just food, it's a feeling, a delicious reminder that sometimes life needs a little sourness to make everything taste even better. If there's one dish that can instantly transform any gathering into a grand celebration, it's lechon. We're talking about entire roasted pig, golden crackling skin, succulent meat, and enough flavor to make any diet plans crumble. Lechon has deep roots in Filipino history, but its origins trace back even further. The word lechon actually comes from the Spanish term for roasted suckling pig, introduced during colonial times. But here's the twist: Filipinos took it and made it bigger, better, and crispier than ever. Today, lechon is the ultimate fiesta centerpiece, found on birthdays, holidays, and basically any excuse to throw a party. And here's a fun fact: the city of Cebu is known as the lechon capital of the Philippines, with entire streets dedicated to lechon vendors. In fact, a Cebu lechon festival once saw hundreds of pigs roasted at the same time, proving once and for all that Filipinos take their crispy pork very seriously. Now, what makes a good lechon? It's all about the skin. If you take a bite and hear the dramatic window-shattering crunch, congratulations, you're eating it correctly. Some say the best way to enjoy lechon is straight from the spit, while others prefer it sizzling with liver sauce or turned into lechon paksiw the next day. Because let's be honest, Filipinos never let good food go to waste. Whether it's Cebu style, Luzon style, or even stuffed with lemongrass, lechon isn't just food, it's a declaration. A crispy, golden, delicious declaration that says, "Tonight we feast." If there's a dish that perfectly embodies Filipino comfort food, it's Kare-Kare, a thick, velvety peanut stew that is so indulgent, it practically gives you a hug. Made with oxtail, beef tripe, or even seafood, this golden brown masterpiece is paired with bagoong, or fermented shrimp paste, for that perfect balance of rich, savory, and umami goodness. Historically, Kare-Kare's origins are a bit mysterious, but some believe it comes from the Pampanga region, famous for its love of slow-cooked, rich dishes. Others claim it was influenced by Indian curry brought over by traders long ago. What we do know is that Filipinos made it their own, swapping out traditional spices for ground peanuts and toasted rice, creating an entirely unique dish that's now a staple in fiestas and family gatherings. Now here's a fun fact. In a survey conducted by Taste Atlas, Kare-Kare was ranked as one of the top comfort foods in the Philippines, right up there with Adobo and Sinigang. And honestly, can you blame Filipinos for loving it? Nothing beats drenching a heap of rice with thick peanut sauce and chasing it with crunchy banana blossoms and string beans. But the best thing about Kare-Kare is its leftover game. Just like with adobo, that sauce gets even thicker and richer the next day, making it perfect for reheating or transforming into Kare-Kare flavored noodles. Trust me, if you haven't tried that yet, you're missing out. Kare-Kare is more than just food, it's an experience. A glorious, messy, peanut buttery experience that demands a big appetite and a side of extra rice. If there's one dish that never fails to show up at Filipino gatherings, it's lumpia. Those golden, crispy rolls that disappear faster than you can say, "Save me some." Whether fresh or fried, meat-filled or veggie-packed, lumpia is the ultimate party food because let's be honest, no one eats just one. Origins of lumpia trace back to Chinese influence brought by traders centuries ago, but as always, Filipinos took it, made it their own, and turned it into a national treasure. Fun fact, lumpia is so beloved in the Philippines that there are dozens of variations, from the classic lumpiang Shanghai to the healthy lumpiang sariwa or fresh lumpia, and even dessert versions stuffed with banana and jackfruit. Now here's a statistic that proves lumpia's legendary status. A survey in the US once ranked lumpia as one of the top Southeast Asian dishes Americans love. And honestly, can you blame them? Crispy on the outside, flavorful on the inside, perfect with or without dipping sauce, it's a global sensation. And let's talk technique. Rolling lumpia is an art. Every Filipino parent, grandparent, or self-proclaimed lumpia master will tell you there's an ideal tightness to wrapping. Too loose, it falls apart. Too tight, it explodes in the fryer. And it's common practice to roll hundreds of lumpia for parties. Lumpia is tradition and a bonding experience, and a guaranteed way to make guests fight over the last piece. So if you ever find yourself at a Filipino party, do yourself a favor, grab the lumpia before they're all gone. If there's one Filipino delicacy that separates the brave from the squeamish, it's balut. A fertilized duck egg boiled to perfection, complete with a partially developed embryo inside. Some say it's a snack, others call it an experience, but one thing's for sure. Eating balut comes with a rite of passage badge for anyone bold enough to try it. Balut has been around for centuries, originally introduced by Chinese traders but quickly adopted and embraced by Filipinos. And let's talk statistics. Despite its polarizing reputation, balut remains one of the most widely sold street foods in the country, especially at night markets. In fact, in Pateros, a town known as the balut capital of the Philippines, thousands of eggs were produced daily to meet demand. Now here's a fun fact. Some believe that balut has strong aphrodisiac properties, making it a go-to snack for those needing an extra boost. Whether or not it works, well, let's just say it's more about confidence than science. The best way to eat balut? Crack the shell, sip the broth, it's the soul of the dish, then go for the yolk and embryo. And yes, some eggs come with fully formed ducklings, complete with tiny feathers, at which point you either embrace your fate or politely pass the snack to a more daring friend. Balut isn't just a food, it's a test of courage, a conversation starter, and a guaranteed way to find out which of your friends can handle extreme culinary adventures. Pancit isn't just a dish, it's a tradition and a superstition, and an absolute must-have at every Filipino celebration. Why? Because Filipinos believe that eating pancit on birthdays brings long life and prosperity, so yes, always accept that extra serving. Tracing its origins, pancit was introduced by Chinese traders centuries ago, bringing their love of noodles to the Philippines. Over time, Filipinos perfected and localized the dish, leading to the creation of dozens of unique pancit varieties. From pancit canton to pancit malabon, pancit palabok, and even the crispy saucy pancit batil patung from Tuguegarao. Ooh, that was tough. Now here's a fun stat. In a survey of Filipino households, nearly 80% eat pancit at least once a week. Why? Because it's easy, affordable, and insanely versatile. You can throw in seafood, chicken, pork, vegetables, or even chicharron. Yes, crunchy pork skin on noodles is a Filipino flex. And let's talk technique. Every Filipino tita or aunt has an opinion on how pancit should be cooked. Some say noodles should be firm, others say they should be saucy, and somewhere in between. You're just hoping not to offend your family's sacred pancit recipe. But the one universal truth, pancit should never be cut, because chopping the noodles is believed to cut your lifespan short. If you've ever wandered the streets of the Philippines at dawn during the Christmas season, you've probably caught the unmistakable aroma of bibingka wafting through the air. This beloved rice cake cooked in banana leaves over hot coals is a staple of Simbang Gabi, or midnight mass, because let's be honest, waking up before sunrise is only tolerable if bibingka is involved. Tracing its origins, bibingka is believed to have roots in pre-colonial times, with Filipinos already making rice-based cakes long before Spanish influence. Today, there are dozens of variations, from the classic soft, lightly charred bibingka to the ultra-rich version topped with salted egg, coconut shavings, and even cheese. During the Christmas season, thousands of bibingka vendors pop up all over the country and demand skyrockets. In fact, a survey once found that bibingka ranks as one of the top holiday treats Filipinos crave, right up there with puto bumbang. And the best way to eat bibingka? Fresh and piping hot straight out of the clay oven, ideally with a generous slab of butter melting into the fluffy rice cake. And if you're feeling extra festive, pair it with chocolate, Filipino hot chocolate, because honestly, there's no better way to say Merry Christmas than a warm bibingka in hand. Bibingka represents nostalgia, tradition, and the official signal that the holiday season has truly begun. So whether you're waking up for Simbang Gabi or just treating yourself, never say no to bibingka. Your Christmas spirit depends on it. If you've ever woken up to the distant call of
Taho
echoing through the streets, congratulations, you've officially experienced Filipino breakfast culture. Taho, a steaming cup of silken tofu, arnabo, sweet caramelized syrup, and sago pearls, is the unofficial morning fuel for countless Filipinos. It's cheap, delicious, and delivers just the right amount of sugar to remind you that life isn't so bad after all. Tracing its origins, Taho was influenced by Chinese dua, a soft tofu dessert. The Filipinos took it, added extra sweetness, and turned it into something uniquely their own. Today, Taho vendors walk through the neighborhoods calling out their signature chant, because honestly, no alarm clock is more effective than the Taho guy. In Metro Manila alone, thousands of Taho cups are sold every single morning. It's so beloved that in Baguio City they even have strawberry Taho, proving once again that Filipinos will find ways to make things sweeter. And the proper way to enjoy Taho? Straight from the vendor, warm, with a spoon or straw. Ideally while wearing pajamas outside with zero shame. It's tradition, okay? Taho is nostalgia, comfort, and the reason Filipinos still have faith in early mornings. So if you ever hear the signature
Taho
drop everything and run, because happiness is served in a cup. If there's one dish that turns heads and sometimes raises eyebrows, it's Dinuguan, a savory thick stew made of pork, offal, and the star ingredient, pig's blood. And before you flinch, trust me, it's delicious. Historically, Dinuguan traces its origins way back to the pre-colonial times, when Filipinos found ways to maximize every part of the animal, ensuring nothing went to waste. The term Dinuguan comes from the Filipino word dugo, meaning blood, which makes sense considering the rich, dark sauce that defines the dish. Over time, different regions created their own versions. Some added coconut milk, while others made it extra spicy. Despite its intense ingredients, Dinuguan remains one of the most beloved comfort foods in the Philippines. In a survey of local eateries, many reported that Dinuguan is one of their best-selling dishes, especially when paired with steamed rice cake or puto, because opposites attract, right? And let's talk reactions. If you've ever introduced Dinuguan to an unsuspecting friend, chances are the first question was not how does it taste, but rather, wait, what's in this? But the real test, once they take that first bite, skepticism disappears and suddenly they're reaching for another spoonful. Dinuguan is a lesson in culinary bravery, a celebration of bold flavors, and proof that Filipinos can turn even the most unconventional ingredients into something downright legendary. Thank you so much for watching. The next video will focus on the incredible inventions and contributions of the Philippines. Please like and subscribe to be a part of Proud Nation Hub.